Welcome to today's video, where we explore a provocative approach to attraction inspired by the political strategies of Niccolò Machiavelli. While Machiavelli is best known for his writings on power and influence, many of his principles can be applied to social dynamics and relationships. Understanding the psychology behind persuasion, authority, and influence allows you to communicate more effectively and create a strong presence that commands attention and respect. In this video, we'll discuss how to apply these ideas when talking to women, focusing on influence and confidence rather than manipulation or coercion. Machiavelli emphasized the importance of strategy, perception, and awareness of human nature. In social interactions, this translates into understanding how people think, what motivates them, and how to present yourself in a way that naturally captures attention. When speaking to women, these principles encourage you to be intentional with your words, confident in your demeanor, and mindful of the subtle psychological cues that guide attraction. It's not about control for its own sake, but about using influence responsibly to create connection and respect. Throughout this video, we'll break down actionable strategies inspired by Machiavelli's insights into human behavior. From establishing authority and confidence to understanding the dynamics of desire and attention, you'll learn how to enhance your communication and presence. By the end, you'll understand how to engage women with charisma and strategic awareness, creating meaningful interactions while maintaining your authenticity and integrity. Strategic communication is a cornerstone of Machiavelli's philosophy and is highly effective in social and romantic interactions. When talking to women, it's not just what you say, but how you say it that creates influence. Every word, tone, and pause can be used intentionally to convey confidence, intelligence, and emotional resonance. Speaking with clarity and purpose demonstrates authority, while subtle storytelling or thought-provoking questions can spark curiosity and engagement. Machiavelli believed that perception shapes reality. In conversation, this means that how you present your ideas and express yourself affects how others perceive your value. Strategic communication involves framing your words to highlight your strengths, interests, and experiences without coming across as boastful. By guiding conversations toward topics that reflect your character and competence, you establish credibility and attract attention naturally. Another aspect of strategic communication is listening actively and responding thoughtfully. People are drawn to those who make them feel heard and understood. By paying attention to her words, asking meaningful follow-up questions, and acknowledging her perspectives, you create a sense of connection and respect. Machiavelli emphasized that influence comes not only from speaking but also from understanding and adapting to the audience's needs and emotions. Ultimately, using strategic communication allows you to navigate interactions with intention and impact. By combining clarity, active listening, and subtle influence, you guide conversations in ways that resonate emotionally and psychologically. This approach strengthens your presence, builds attraction, and positions you as someone whose words carry weight and meaning. A crucial part of Machiavelli's approach to influence is understanding psychological triggers, the unconscious factors that guide people's thoughts, feelings, and actions. When talking to women, recognizing what drives attention and attraction allows you to communicate more effectively. This involves observing subtle cues such as body language, tone of voice, and facial expressions to gauge interest, comfort, and emotional state. By understanding these signals, you can tailor your interactions to resonate with her subconscious desires. Machiavelli emphasized that people are motivated by emotion as much as reason. In social dynamics, this means appealing to feelings of curiosity, admiration, and intrigue. By subtly highlighting your qualities, values, and experiences in conversation, You create emotional engagement that draws attention and sparks interest. Recognizing what makes her respond positively allows you to guide the interaction strategically without forcing or manipulating it. Another psychological trigger is the principle of scarcity and value. People naturally gravitate toward individuals who seem confident, self-sufficient, and selective with their attention. By balancing approachability with self-respect, you create a sense of intrigue and desirability. Machiavelli noted that perceived value influences influence. When someone senses you are purposeful and in control, they are more likely to invest their attention and energy. Ultimately, understanding psychological triggers allows you to communicate in a way that aligns with both her conscious and unconscious mind. By recognizing emotional cues and appealing to interest and curiosity, you increase your ability to connect deeply while maintaining authenticity. This insight into human behavior lays the groundwork for influence, helping you guide interactions naturally and effectively. One of Machiavelli's key principles for influence is establishing authority and presence. When talking to women, this doesn't mean being domineering or aggressive, but rather projecting confidence, decisiveness, and self-assurance. Your presence communicates your value before a single word is spoken. By maintaining good posture, steady eye contact, and a calm demeanor, you signal that you are grounded, in control of yourself, and worthy of attention. This form of authority is subtle yet powerful, drawing interest naturally. Authority also comes from clarity of thought and purpose. When you speak with intention and avoid filler or uncertainty, women perceive you as someone who is focused and reliable. Machiavelli emphasized that people follow those who appear competent and decisive, and this principle translates directly into social interactions. Clear, confident communication signals that you know who you are and what you want, which is inherently attractive. Your presence is further reinforced through consistency and calm composure. Avoid appearing reactive to external events or overly eager to impress. Machiavelli suggested that projecting stability builds respect and influence. In conversation, this translates into listening attentively, responding thoughtfully, and controlling your emotional reactions. Such behavior demonstrates authority without arrogance and fosters a sense of trust. Ultimately, establishing authority and presence sets the foundation for influence. By projecting confidence, speaking with clarity, and maintaining composure, you naturally command attention and respect. This first step allows all subsequent interactions to be more impactful, ensuring that your words and actions carry weight and resonate on both a conscious and unconscious level. Confidence and charisma are essential tools in Machiavelli's approach to influence and attraction. Confidence demonstrates that you are self-assured, capable, and in control of your life, while charisma creates a magnetic presence that draws people toward you. When talking to women, balancing these qualities ensures that you appear both strong and approachable, commanding attention without coming across as overbearing or arrogant. Charisma often manifests in subtle ways, through expressive body language, engaging storytelling, humor, or a warm tone of voice. Machiavelli emphasized the importance of perception. When you present yourself as composed, interesting, and attentive, you create an emotional pull that encourages engagement. Your confidence signals stability and authority, while your charisma fosters connection and likability. Together, these qualities make your presence compelling and memorable. Another key aspect is adaptability. Charisma is not static. It requires reading the room, understanding emotional cues, and adjusting your energy and approach to create resonance. Confidence ensures that you maintain composure and self-possession, while charisma allows you to connect emotionally. Machiavelli would argue that combining these traits strategically enhances influence because it aligns authority with appeal, capturing both respect and admiration. Ultimately, balancing confidence and charisma allows you to dominate interactions mentally and emotionally without forcing control. By demonstrating strength and approachability simultaneously, you create a magnetic presence that draws attention, fosters curiosity, and positions you as someone whose influence is felt effortlessly. This balance is central to mastering conversation and establishing psychological presence. Machiavelli's principles of influence are often misunderstood as manipulation, but true mastery lies in guiding interactions without compromising integrity. When talking to women, the goal is not to deceive or control, but to present yourself in a way that naturally draws interest and respect. By aligning your words, actions, and presence with authenticity, you create influence through credibility and emotional resonance rather than coercion. Influence without manipulation involves understanding human behavior and responding strategically while maintaining honesty. Machiavelli emphasized the importance of perception and intentionality, which in social interactions translates to being aware of how your behavior affects others. By focusing on qualities such as confidence, self-mastery, and empathy, you guide conversations and dynamics in a way that encourages engagement without forcing it. This approach ensures that attraction is mutual and sustainable rather than superficial or one-sided. Another important aspect is patience. Influence often grows subtly over time rather than instantly. By demonstrating consistency, composure, and reliability, you cultivate a presence that she respects and is naturally drawn to. This patience, coupled with authentic self-expression, signals emotional maturity, a trait that increases both admiration and psychological influence. Ultimately, influencing without manipulation allows you to establish meaningful connections while maintaining your integrity. Machiavelli's insights show that strategic awareness, authenticity, and emotional intelligence are more powerful than coercion. By mastering these principles, you can command attention, foster attraction, and create lasting impact in your interactions, all while respecting both yourself and the women you engage with. As we've explored, talking to women and establishing influence over their attention doesn't require manipulation or deceit. Machiavelli's principles teach us that true power comes from self-mastery, strategic awareness, and understanding human behavior. By combining confidence, charisma, and purposeful communication, you naturally create a presence that is compelling and magnetic, encouraging engagement while maintaining authenticity. Influence is most effective when it is grounded in integrity. By focusing on emotional intelligence, active listening, and intentional interaction, you guide conversations in ways that resonate both consciously and unconsciously. Machiavelli emphasized the importance of perception and alignment, reminding us that how we present ourselves in demeanor, tone, and actions can create psychological impact without coercion. This approach fosters mutual respect and genuine connection. Ultimately, mastering influence is about balancing authority with approachability, strategy with authenticity, and confidence with empathy. When you embody these qualities, your presence naturally attracts attention and engagement. By applying these principles thoughtfully, you can communicate effectively, inspire interest, and create meaningful interactions that leave a lasting impression, all while remaining true to yourself.